Hello, and welcome to a Midworld Press unboxing courtesy of Travis Dunn. I believe they are a one-man operation, but this is actually two books in one. It is Ring Shout by P Djeli Clark and The Library at Mount Char by Scott Hawkins. Now, I have not read either of these titles, which is an ongoing theme with the books I collect, because collecting books and reading books are two very different hobbies. But I've heard great things about both. I've heard incredibly great things about Library of Mount Char. Ring Shot, I heard good things as well, although I know the production has a little bit of defect problems going on, but we'll take a look at that in a second. And that's not necessarily to say anything about the book itself. I just know that there were problems with publication for Ring Shout here. So we have Library of Mount Char. If you are watching this, as of just before hitting record, there were still 15 copies of this available online through Midworld Press. It is a hot item. It's not sold out. 15 copies remain. It's not going to be like the Black Company. The Black Company was up for sale a few weeks back. It sold out immediately in like 24 hours. Which I guess is kind of not necessarily immediately, but it's pretty close to immediately. So take it right there, that this might be their second sellout title, Library of Mount Char. There are people online who have multiple copies of this edition, which is just wild. I have not read it. I'm not familiar with Scott Hawkins. At least I don't believe I'm familiar with Scott Hawkins. But all the praise that I've been seeing, plus the quality of Midworld Press, I like supporting the smaller presses. I couldn't resist picking up a copy of this, especially when there were so few left. So it has Wraparound Dust Jacket by Robert Carter. There's an image of Scott Hawkins right there. And, excuse me as I hit my own camera. Robert Carter's Wraparound Dust Jacket. So I know Library of Mount Char follows an orphan who is brought in by a mysterious father and brought to his library filled with endless books and knowledge. Nice little kind of blind stamped pyramid on there. Very, very nice. Is that is that a mark or is that just a scuff? I don't know. I'll try to see if that comes off camera. Got a little scuff on it, but nothing terrible. It's not too dinged or beat up or anything. Anyways, she's brought by father to his library. There's 500 copies. This is number 286. Apparently pyramids involved. You couldn't tell by the blind stamp pyramid. Well, father goes missing, and it is up to young Caroline to try to create a new god. There's belief that her father is God, and they have to create a new god. So this does have a introduction by Ilana Teitelbaum, plus an interview. Yes, an interview that she conducted with Scott Hawkins. And it does have interior art as well, also by Robert Carter. But I'm really enjoying the sound of this one. It's got a lot of praise. And the artwork looks incredible. I don't know what the hell is going on in the artwork, because, I mean, you can describe that to me. I don't know what the hell's going on. A little pyramid again, a little counterweight in the end of this chain. But I'm liking the use of, I was going to say shadows, but it's actually not really shadows. It's the use of blank space with just the white on the white kind of being used in place of shadows. Gorgeous imagery. And then there's a pyramid in space, right? Is that a pyramid? Or is that just like lines coming off the nebula? I don't know. I haven't read the novel. That could very much be a spoiler. But it looks incredible. It sounds incredible. And it was beneath 20 copies, so I had to buy a copy. Very much looking forward to it. I did do a review. This will be my third. I don't know if I'm going to read this one next. I might do Ring Shout next, or one of the other Midworld titles next. But this will be I'm gearing up to my third Midworld read. The very first one I read was Blacktop Wasteland. I did a review on the channel. Loved the story. Wasn't a huge fan of the art, and the font choice was questionable. But then I followed it up with Those Across the River. Love the story. Love the artwork in that one. Font choice was absolutely A-okay. So, I mean, Blacktop Wasteland seemed to kind of be its own little anomaly. Anyways, the next one up here is Ring Shout. I do kind of expect I might have some defects with this one because I know that there were just all around defects with the publication. I mean, almost all of the titles I purchased from Midworld Press have been dinged copies, with the exception of Blacktop Wasteland and then these two. Every other book I've purchased from them has been a dinged copy, but it's always been hard to find the dings. But I know there were a lot of issues with Ring Shout, so let's take a look. So beautiful dust jacket from Francois Vaillancourt of Levidian fame. You know, he's sharing his artistic abilities with Midworld Press. First up, I see that the stamping is very light on it. You probably not. You can barely see that in the video. But we do have P Djeli Clark, Ring Shout. Say Ring Shout again. It does say Ring Shout again. Ring Shout then Ring Shout. It's so faint I can barely read it in person. But like I said, it's not this one particular copy. I know that Travis he expressed his displeasure with some of the defects in this. You get some crinkling in the end papers. You are going to notice that the signature sheet does not match the size of the book itself. You have a traditional kind of 6x9 signature sheet. The book was actually done in 7x10. So this is 377 out of 500. It would be really cool to get a signature of Vaillancourt, Francois Vaillancourt, for this title. I don't think I've seen him do any remarks for this. Francois, if for some reason you watch this video, which I don't think you will, but are you doing remarks or Ring Shout? Because that could be pretty cool. Ring Shout deals with fighting off KKK in the 20s. Ring Shout, or the hunting Ku Kluxes in the end times. So, Birth of the Nation, the film, the original film. What was the filmmaker's name? That was the filmmaker's name. Not the more recent one, which was like about the slave revolution thing going on. The original, which was about the Ku Klux Klan, was, very big back at the time, so this kind of jumps off the back of that. Ku Klux Klan is run rampant in America, especially in the South, and it's up to a couple of freedom fighters, some African-American fighters, who are going to stand up and kick some Ku Klux ass. And that sounds fun. Apparently, there's some horror going on, because that is creepy as hell. And I happen to know, based on these other illustrations, there is some crazy Lovecraftian stuff going on. Look at that. Crazy. Like, just madness. Very much looking forward to diving into this. Looks like a very short read. This does have an exclusive introduction, or foreword, by Tochi Onyebuchi, who's another author to check out these days. Fun fact, Bill Schaefer over at Subterranean Press had just posted that Goliath by Tochi Onyebuchi is being published by Subterranean Press. It's actually already done. He already has copies. And I've got another video that I'm uploading before this, so this will actually come out after the Monday newsletter. For all I know, it could have been on sale in today's newsletter. I don't know. You should definitely check out the newsletter from Subterranean Press. We got some glue stickage here. This illustration is sticking to the page. Woo, okay, I think we saved it. There's a little bit of glue residue on the page, but nothing too detrimental or destructive. I'll try cleaning that off in a little bit. Like I said, I know this isn't necessarily exclusive to this edition. This one did unfortunately have its problems. And I don't want to say that like I'm discouraging you from buying from Midworld Press. Travis himself, the man behind Midworld Press, has come out and said that this one definitely had its issues. And it's unfortunate. But the other titles, especially Library at Mount Char, don't seem to have the same issues. It's unfortunate Blacktop Wasteland had the text that it did. It's unfortunate Ring Shout had the production issues that it did. But all the other titles seem to be fantastic and seem to be beautiful quality. Like I said, those across the river, Library at Mount Char here looks to be fantastic. Really looking forward to the rest of the Buhlman titles. Christopher Buhlman, who did those across the river. They're also doing Between Two Fires, which is the other Buellman title I've read. I absolutely love that. Can't wait to see what they're doing it. They're doing The Black Company, which I'm not familiar with, but based on the hype, I bought a copy before it sold out within 24 hours. Midworld Press seems to be the one of the small presses to follow these days. So, like I said, copies of these are both available. Pretty scarce at Mount Char, but you can buy copies available online still, or from other suppliers. I know Subterranean Press had an allotment of the title as well. So thank you very much, Travis, for the beautiful pack job of the beautiful books. Thank you guys for watching. Please consider subscribing, and we will see you around next time.